All right, everybody, this is going to be quite a fun and interesting video to record for you all, and I bet you're all about to enjoy this one. Basically, as you all can see in front of me, I have Iran's preliminary squad, which has 32 players on it, and there's been 2 additional players, essentially, added since the last time we did the video where I gave my reaction to the 30-man squad that Amir Ghalenoei has called up. On top of that news, it has also been announced that Iran will be changing their World Cup camp from Tucson, Arizona to Tijuana, Mexico. Additionally, on top of that news, there's also been 2 new reports, which includes, and sadly, that Shahryar Moghallou has been added to the preliminary squad to making it 31 players, because apparently Rouzbeh Cheshmi is dealing with a slight injury and is a doubt for this World Cup. My initial thoughts to that news obviously was I was not happy about it because Moghallou should not be nowhere near the national team. I mean, this clip alone says it all. And on top of that, in most Amir Ghalenoei fashion, instead of bringing in a midfielder to replace a midfielder, he has brought in a striker where we already have so many deadwood strikers that have already been called up. But I guess Amir Ghalenoei is the gift that keeps on giving. But in more exciting news, it is looking increasingly likely and even possibly confirmed by the time this video is out that Sardar Azmoun will be added to Iran's preliminary squad and most likely for the World Cup squad. So that is absolutely top tier news to hear. I just wish they could have also added Alireza and Javad Hossein. That would have been really nice, but you know what? I'll take Azmoun in this team because if I had to see Moghallou and Alipur play at this World Cup at the striker position, you all might find me floating in a river somewhere. So as you all know, I've done countless videos giving you all my 26-man World Cup squads. I've done multiple videos talking about that. And obviously my squad selections aren't quite like Amir Ghalenoei's preliminary squad. So I thought with a few days remaining till the official announcement of our 26-man roster, which should be announced on June 1st, I thought with the 32 players that have been called up, which 6 players would I cut from these group of players for our final World Cup squad? Thought it'd be a fun video, thought it'd be a fun topic of discussion. But before we get into it, boys and girls, we are so close to 6,000 subscribers. And I know with your guys' help, we could reach that goal before the World Cup starts. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and drop a comment on anything you guys agree with, disagree with throughout this video as you all are watching. But to get started, you all can see in chronological order, we have our goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, and forwards. And I don't think this video is gonna be that long because I think it is quite cut and dry. I think there is roughly around 6 to 8 players that I would easily be willing to cut. The issue is we're only allowed to cut 6 players. So we'll start from back to front. When it comes to the goalkeepers, like I've said in numerous videos, we do not need no more than 3 goalkeepers. I'm almost confident Amir Ghalenoei is gonna cut Khalifeh, but he should most definitely cut Niazmand. Either way, it doesn't necessarily matter who the 3rd choice goalkeeper is, but Khalifeh is the future. Having him be a part of this World Cup squad and just gaining that experience of being with this team for a World Cup, where he's going to possibly be with Iran for numerous World Cups to come, I think would be invaluable experience. Unlike for a guy like Niazmand, who pretty much has no future in the goalkeeping position for Iran, I would first and foremost cut Niazmand. So there's only 5 more players we can cut. When it comes to the defenders, there's a couple of toss-ups. I mean, instantly, Omid Noorafkan, Ali Nemati, I think are the 2 most alarming names that probably shouldn't go. But I think there's honestly more issues in the striker options than there is with the defenders. I think there might be a couple there that I'd be willing to get rid of. And I would say because of his versatility, Noorafkan probably edges it over Nemati. Nemati is just buns. I know Nemati can play across the whole defensive line, but this guy shouldn't be seeing any minutes. I mean, neither should Noorafkan, but yeah, Nemati would be wild to see play in the World Cup for Iran. It would be one of the most craziest plot twists we have ever seen. Crazier than any anime you may have watched. Ali Nemati playing in the 2026 World Cup. I don't even want to think about it. When it comes to the midfielders, I think we could instantly chop off Rouzbeh Cheshmi. Yes, he's still on the list, but I think it's almost guaranteed that he's probably not going to be there. So he would be one of the midfielders I would take out. Honestly, from the midfield selections, that's actually the one area that I think me and Amir Ghalenoei agree on the most. The only player that I would maybe consider getting rid of is Mehdi Taremi. So I would probably say him because I just don't see him playing. I just don't see the use in him in the wing positions because in my opinion, I think the front runners are definitely Mohammadi, Qaedi, Jahanbash, and in my opinion, those three are easily better than Taremi, so I just don't see him playing. So I would probably cut from the midfielders Cheshmi because of his injury and Taremi. So that would mean I've already cut 4 players. That means we only can cut 2 more players from the forward positions. And I think from all the options, when you briefly look over it, Habibi Nejad, which is a dope last name, Mahmoudi, Alipur, and Moghalu are probably the most alarming names that probably shouldn't be getting called up for the World Cup. Obviously, 2 of them probably will, maybe even 3 of them for all we know. From everything I've heard about and seen from Mahmoudi, he's a very electric, pacey, young forward that has sprung onto the scene in the PGPL. And based on that, we don't really have that many forwards that have that type of profile. So I would probably easily keep him. And it's really just a toss-up between Habibi Nejad and Alipur. And Alipur has apparently looked awful. So I think based on that, I think you gotta go with Alipur and Moghalu. I mean, Moghalu was the default. He just shouldn't even be there whatsoever. If I had my way from all the players that are here that I would just flat out cut regardless of the 26-man squad, definitely Niazmand, who I already said, Noorafkan, Nemati, Cheshmi, Taremi, Habibi Nejad, Mahmoudi, Alipur, and Moghalu. All those players, if I didn't have a cap of only 6 players to be able to select from, would all be out of this preliminary squad. But as I said in the intro of the video and how I will be concluding the video, Amir Ghalenoei is the gift that keeps on giving. And as I always say at the end of every single video, my opinion only matters so much. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. What players would you cut for the final 26-man squad for Iran going into this World Cup? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. As I said, we're so close to 6,000 subscribers. Let's try to hit that goal before the World Cup starts. And I know you guys will help me achieve that goal. And don't stop watching now, as I have plenty of other great videos across my YouTube channel that you all should check out. So click over here as the YouTube algorithm specifically recommended this video for you all to watch next. And click over here as I post content weekly on the channel and you don't want to miss it. But boys and girls, I hope you'll have a lovely day.